Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are coming towards the end of Season 1, and so I think this is a great time to do kind of a pros and cons of Season 1 video here in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, just going through and breaking down things that I like about my team so far and things that I don't like so much and would like to see improved upon for Season 2. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's discuss. So, first of all, I think we'll start with pros because I want to have some positivity. I don't want to sit here and complain this whole video. There are definitely some real cons as well. We'll start with pros and talk about a few things that I am actually liking a lot in my team so far this season. And number one is the auction house. I just think the auction house being back unlocks a whole way to play the game that quite simply just did not exist last year at all. It has brought back the sniping community to the game, and I know a lot of y'all out there probably like to work the auction house and are more of an offline player, but you like to work the auction house, try to build up MT, try to collect the best team you can. And I mean, my boy Fiji's got 2.5 million MT, just no money spent from working the auction house. Like, people out here are grinding with bid sniping and actually sniping and investing in cards and preparing for challenges that are going to happen to bring cards prices up. Like, I've been seeing a lot of people work in the auction house in different ways, and I think that is one of the biggest pluses of my team this year, and also the flexibility to a certain extent that it does give you in terms of how to build your team and the fact that every card is accessible in some form. Now, that being said, a lot of cards are not accessible, and that is something that I will talk about later, as we can evidence by these guys who are going for 7, 8, 900 KMT. Some of these cards are just stupidly expensive, and so in that respect, well, maybe it's not quite as nice, but I do think in a lot of ways the auction house has brought back a lot of the things that people enjoy about my team, and a lot of people, especially people who aren't competitive players and don't love to sweat the game. I mean, y'all know me, I'm a sweat. I like to sweat the game. I like to play online, but not everybody does. And at the end of the day, I think that's okay. There are a lot of people out there who are benefiting from the auction house and enjoying the auction house being back, and it has brought a lot of people back to my team entirely. Guys who were not playing the game at all last year because it was gone, and I think that's something that's really good. And as long as 2K doesn't do unauctionable special inserts in packs later on this year, the auction house will continue to be a pro about my team the entire year. I think it will be a very, very good thing. Second pro is the free diamonds that we have been getting the past couple weeks. Those are a W, 100%. I think the free hidden gem diamonds have been a W, and if they continue to do events like that, where we get these free hidden gems and we get these diamonds, I think the game will continue to succeed and get better. I mean, I like the free 10-box events and stuff like that as well. A couple of the triple threat park events that they've been doing the last couple Sundays for the free Ronnie Cycly, the amethyst gems in the game option pack. If they continue to do a free diamond hidden gem at least on a weekly basis, and we get some sort of park event on Sunday with actually good rewards, that's the type of stuff that I like. And those things are pros, 100%. Those are good content on a consistent basis that, if it continues to be consistent, can be something that people can expect and people can be excited about. And that, I think, is very, very important for my team, is that we have things like that on a consistent basis, because it keeps people engaged. It allows people to build a better, more effective and better no money spent team. And I think that's definitely been a pro. A third pro, and this is going to sound a little strange to say, but domination was actually very rewarding and very good this season. Tim Duncan is still an elite level card. Jalen Brunson was really good at point guard early in the game, and you made a ton of MT from playing domination as well. If you haven't played domination, I don't think it's a bad idea to play it even now, especially if you're a no money spent player. Make you a lot of MT, and Tim Duncan is an absolute beast in Era's Dom, and I actually think domination has been a pretty successful mode as well, so I think that's a good little pro to talk about. And then one other pro that I will say is there are some things about the gameplay that I do like. I like the viability of hop shots and go-to shots and stuff like that, and the things that you can do in the gameplay offensively. Also, just the fact that shooting is while shooting isn't great across the board, the contest system I think is in a much better place this year, and I think it makes getting shots off and shooting the shots that you want when you do create space and get open a little bit more viable and a little bit more effective this year than it was last year. Because last year, until we got like patty base and these insanely good releases late in the year, the contest system was just really OD, and it was really, really annoying to play against. And I think this year the contest system is in a much better place, in a much more balanced contest system, where you still get rewarded for getting a good contest, but it takes more skill, and you got to be closer defensively to effectively get that contest. And there's less speed ups and slowdowns and stuff like that with jumpers as well this year, which is something that I do enjoy. Now, moving on to cons. Number one con by far, in my opinion, is the lack of pack odds. The pack odds are just atrocious. I mean, they're really bad. 1.6% odds for these diamond and up sets that have just terrible pack odds. Like, it's just almost not even worth, not almost, it's really not worth opening packs. I've opened more packs than I'm proud to admit, to be completely honest, on this game this year, but every time I do, I regret it because the pack odds are just not good, and I will continue to encourage y'all to stay away from opening packs, stay away from spending your money. I think, all things considered, you will enjoy your time better on this game if you stay away from opening packs, because you're just going to get scammed. You're just losing money, basically, if you're ripping packs at this point, because the odds have been so bad, and that's something that I really hope to see improved, number one, for super packs next week, but going into season 2. It needs to be a little bit more possible to pull these top tier cards, and people need to be a little bit more consistently rewarded with packs, even if that means that we put 20 boxes in here with box toppers, and it's a guaranteed diamond and up box topper. Like, I think we need more rewarding packs, and they don't have to be, I'm not asking them to make 10% pink diamond and 50% diamond odds or 25% diamond odds. I'm asking for the Dunktober packs right now have 3.5% odds at diamond. Let's make that 6. And let's make it an actual 2% odds at a pink diamond, not less than 1%, no odds at all. Let's put 2% odds on pink diamonds and 6 or 7% on diamonds. Like, I don't think that's absurd. And I think we need that to help the game to thrive with the state that it's in right now, because I'm sorry, 1.6% odds on these Tuesday packs make it so that it's basically not even worth opening packs, because the odds of you actually pulling something good without spending an obscene amount of money is just ridiculously low. And so pack odds are really bad. That's my number one complaint. Number two, the lack of mode rewards. Outside of domination, modes have just not been very rewarding this season. There have been a couple of decent triple threat park events with the free Ronnie Cycly, the free Amethyst gems of the game, and I mean, even the free 10 box for the win streak earlier this week, while not a great event and while kind of a deceiving event as well, there's at least been a little bit of content in triple threat park, but as a whole, the mode rewards have been really disappointing. Breakout is not rewarding enough. Playing 30 games of freaking offline for one reward that isn't even guaranteed to be very good. Like, I mean, when your best reward is a 90 plus pack or 10,000 MT for 30 games of grinding, it's just not rewarding enough. The game is not in a state where playing the game itself is very rewarding. Outside of King of the Court, and honestly, King of the Court is only rewarding if you get top 1%. Like, that's the honest truth. It really is only rewarding if you get top 1% or top 1 overall, obviously, which is very, very unlikely for the vast majority of the community. Like, you have to be one of the best players in my team, period, to have a chance at that 1 million VC. Overall, King of the Court's decent, but it could still be improved upon. Triple Threat Park has had some moments where it's been decent, but again, I think it needs to be improved upon consistently. Showdown and Breakout have just been gross. Like, the rewards in these modes are not good. Salary Cap got a little bit better this round, but still isn't great either. Like, I just don't think the mode rewards right now are very good in my team at all. It's very disappointing, honestly, to see where the mode rewards are, and this is something where we need an actual player that you can get for a certain number of wins next season in each mode, or something to grind for. Rewards after each game that are actually give you a chance to pull something decent. Vault cards could come back. There's a variety of things that 2K could add to mode rewards to make them better and make the modes more rewarding to play. And I just think, I understand that 2K doesn't want to make No Money Spent exceptional easy, and I understand their business. At the end of the day, we know that 2K isn't our best friend. They're not trying to make us to where we can get on for an hour a day and build the best squad in the game, no money spent. And you know what? It's a business, so I can't totally hate on them for that. At the same time, it is not good enough right now, and it needs to be better. We need better rewards. We need actual rewards cards we can play for. We need things in general that are going to entice people to play the game and get involved, and I just think right now we're not in a place where that is good enough and that is happening effectively enough, and we need change. Plain and simple. Things need to change, and if they do, I do think the game will start to thrive, but as of right now, that just hasn't been the case. As exasperating as it is, it's just true. Like, right now, the game has just not been thriving in terms of mode rewards, and I think that is my number 2 complaint after pack odds. Number 3, I would really like to see some tweaks to paint mashing in the Season 2 patch. I would also like to see the HUD. It's not exactly a glitch, but the ability to remove your HUD online so people can't see what player you're using. I'd like to see that removed as well. But mainly paint matching in terms of gameplay things that I would really like to see changed. I think that would be my number 1, is just, I think paint mashing is in a really terrible state. The amount of heavy layups that go in this game are disgusting, and it's just ugly. And I think you should be rewarded better for playing good defense, as well as, like, people miss open layups. You should make more open layups. And you should miss more heavy layups, in my opinion. I just think layups are very RNG right now. It's not super consistent, and that's not something I'm a huge fan of. I think they need to work on the layups in this game specifically. And honestly, I think they could work on the shooting as well, especially with the Xbox Elite glitch that's happening with the controllers and stuff, which isn't really a super MyTEAM centered issue for the most part. But I just think there are things that need to be tweaked and things that 100% need to be improved upon for MyTEAM, and they're just not there yet with some of these issues. And hopefully the Season 2 patch will improve some of these gameplay issues, and hopefully the Season 2 patch will also produce more enjoyment, I guess I should say, for the overall community. And we'll see. We'll have to wait and see at the end of the day whether or not things get improved upon, both gameplay-wise, content-wise, and pack odds-wise for Season 2. And, you know, they've been doing some things better as of late. So I've got a little bit of hope that things will continue to improve. We'll see. With that being said, I hope you all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.